Hello YouTube, long time no see. I hope you all are staying safe and COVID free. If you guys have contracted the virus, I do pray for a speedy recovery for you all. And if you haven't gotten the virus, I hope that that continues and that you don't get the virus. So, I know it's been roughly about 9 months since I did my last video. I know many of you were wondering when I was going to do my next video. Honestly, I have been figuring out for months since I did my last video on what I was going to do my next video on. So I kind of started creating a little bit of a list of what to talk about in this video. So I'm very excited to be back doing videos in 2021. Woohoo! And so yeah, I guess we'll just get right in and start with the new video. So, the first item on my list is a life update. So, in the last video, I know many of you saw me discuss going out on my first date with another guy. And I mean, things didn't really pan out with him. I mean, it wasn't really there. It felt like it was. But we basically kind of ended things after he wasn't so sure as far as our age difference went. So, I mean, that's not horrible, but I'm here. And, you know, I'm still doing really well. I actually am back to talking with my ex, but now, you know, we're discussing getting back together again. We've been back to talking almost 2 months, and I'm very, very happy with him. Honestly, it's, even though I've said in the past, this person's, like, my ex, I thought originally wasn't going to be the guy that I thought I would end up with, or thought, you know, maybe things aren't going to pan out for him and I. But now it, you know, we're back to talking after, you know, we were on a break for a little while. Mainly my decision. But we're back to talking, and honestly, I'm very happy. I definitely believe he is happy, though I can't speak for him. But, you know, I'm honestly very happy with him. I myself have not, knock on wood, contracted COVID. I'm very, very blessed that I haven't contracted the virus. I did get both of my doses of the Moderna vaccine. Some of you may have gotten it, and congrats. If you haven't gotten it yet, your time is definitely coming. anything we can do to try and crush the coronavirus and get back to life as normal, I think this is the one way to do it, by wearing a mask, washing our hands constantly, social distancing, and then getting the shot when it's our turn. I did not end up having any reaction. It was more my arm hurt both times, and after the first shot, I did feel a little bit lightheaded, but that was, I think, mainly because I didn't eat before I went to go get the shot, but that's my own fault. But yes, so I'm doing well. I got the COVID vaccine, doing really well with that, staying safe, social distancing, washing my hands, wearing my mask. I'm asking all my viewers to try and do the same. And yeah, I honestly hope that all of you, when it's your time to get the vaccine, I hope that you will be able to get it. Because I think it's really going to turn this year-long pandemic around. I really do. So that's at least the life update. The next thing on my list is how I'm doing as far as my hormone replacement therapy. I am doing, honestly, amazing with it. Next month, it's hard to believe it's already coming down to this, but it will be 2 years ago next month, on the 18th, that I started hormones 2 years ago. That is a huge milestone. And to think, I still look back at pictures of myself from way back when, 2 years ago, and I've shown them to my friends, and they're like, Tori, you know, you really honestly don't look the same. And it's true. I have definitely changed over the last 2 years. I'm so much happier. Granted, yes, I'm emotional all the time, but, you know, it comes and goes. Who doesn't get emotional? The only time it really bugs me is during movies. I'll be watching a movie or a TV show, and something will randomly, like a sad part in the movie or TV show will come up, and I will just feel like I want to start bawling my eyes out. It's like, I've never done this before. Well, I mean, not during TV shows, but during movies, that was kind of normal. So yeah, that is where I'm at as far as hormones go. I am beginning to look at different surgeons and all that for when I do decide to finally do my bottom surgery, which I'm hoping will be within the next couple of years. I'm hoping. Don't know. Those of you who are thinking of having either top surgery or bottom surgery as a trans woman, I can tell you that I don't know if it's the same for New York State. I would think it would be. But for top surgery, it's roughly about, and these are just estimates from what I've heard. For top surgery, it's roughly about $5,000 to $10,000, depending on, you know, what exactly you want done. And then for bottom surgery, it roughly costs, and I'm pretty sure this is without insurance, bottom surgery costs over $30,000. So yeah, that's a lot of money, but it's something that I've always, like, I've been working toward. I've been saving my money, doing what I like, doing the hormone replacement therapy, making sure my levels are where they're supposed to be. Granted, my doctor checks all that stuff, but yeah, so I'm hoping within the next couple years I'll be able to be on the path to surgery. I just want to make sure that I find the right doctor who is going to do the best, and that they have a very high success rate. That is what I'm looking at. So that is kind of where I'm at on my hormones. I go to my doctor's office once a week, and I get a shot of estrogen in my arm. Doesn't really hurt at all, just probably 5 seconds. They put the estrogen in, and I'm good for a week. And then as far as my testosterone blocker, which is my spironolactone, I take 2 pills daily, so that's about 100 milligrams of spironolactone. That just kind of, for those of you who don't know, it just kind of blocks out the testosterone. It doesn't completely block it out, but it does slow it down a lot. Well, I shouldn't say a lot, because some people it works different than others. So the next thing on my list was, I did get a question, and I do appreciate your questions. I just want to make sure I know exactly whose question I'm answering, just so then that way I know exactly who to give credit for the question. By the way, thank you all for your questions, and for this last video, I have almost 4,000 views. Like, thank you guys. Honestly, I didn't think that my channel would ever be this popular, but now I kind of know. So I could not have done this without you guys and watching the videos, and like, I'm glad it's kind of helping people who are either going through the same thing as I am, or know someone who is but doesn't really know how to help them. So yeah, I couldn't honestly have done it without all my wonderful fans. I love you guys. Thank you all for all you have done to help support my channel. Remember, please hit subscribe if you haven't already. Click the little bell to be alerted when I post a new video. Like my videos, etc. But so going back to the question that I received, so this one was from, I'm just going to use his first name. His name was James, and his question was, what is the best way to talk to trans women on dates? And your videos are really helpful to me, how to talk to trans women. Well, James, thank you for your question. I'm sorry it took, 9 months before I finally got to answer it. I'm gonna try and do better at actually posting videos when I'm supposed to. So I guess the best way to talk to a trans woman on a date, I would say just treat her or them, whatever pronouns they prefer, with the dignity and respect that they deserve. Like the golden rule, treat those how you would want to be treated, not how you wouldn't want to be treated. And as far as what it may be like dating a trans woman, I know the guy I'm seeing currently, he's told me that he's kind of been doing research himself, like by watching videos, just Googling different things. But I think as far as what dating a trans woman would be like, I mean, I can only speak for my experience, not somebody else's. But for me personally, what I really like about the guy that I'm seeing is he doesn't see me as who I used to be. He sees me as a woman, and he shows me how he's working to help himself better understand what it's like to date a trans woman, because at first he was definitely cautious, but that's because he didn't really know what to expect. But he just treats me like a normal woman, doesn't treat me any differently. He treats me with the love and respect that I deserve, and I do the same for him. So I definitely would say just try and talk to them in a way that you would talk respectfully to any other woman. Because I think as long as you talk to other women, not just trans women, but women in general, or anybody, I just always follow the golden rule, which is just like I said, treat those how you would want to be treated, not how you wouldn't want to be treated. So I hope that answers your question. If it doesn't, please comment again down in the comment section. I really do love reading your guys' comments, at least when they're good comments. Not that I haven't, received all good comments, because I have, and I really appreciate them. But so, yeah, so I hope that answers your question, James, and like I said, if you have any other questions as far as dating a trans woman, or talking to her, that's another thing that I should say is, unless they're willing to talk about that transition, I wouldn't really ask oh, when are you going to get the surgery? I've heard that many times from many different guys. And it makes me honestly feel very uncomfortable. Okay, when are you going to get the surgery? When are you going to get the surgery? When are you going to get... why does it matter? I will still be the same person, just a different part will be there. And it's either you love me for who I am, and not what I have, or, you know, I don't see it working out. So I definitely do feel like there are questions that should definitely be off limits unless they themselves want to discuss it with you. I think it's more or less like, okay, let's not bring this up. And just, like I said, talk to her like she's a normal woman. Or them like they're a normal woman. Whatever pronouns that they prefer. So yeah. So thank you again for that question. And finally on my list, I am very excited to announce that I finally am about to receive my new diploma from my high school. Granted, I graduated almost 4 years ago, but, you know. When I graduated, I still had my dead name on it. And so I requested, and just to see if I'd be able to get a new diploma with my correct name on it. And I'm just now, 4 years in the running, finally going to receive my new diploma with the correct name on it, and I am honestly so excited to finally receive that. It's been a long time coming, and my teacher, or my former teacher, who kind of went through and was like, okay, why hasn't she received it yet? Like, she went to all the administrators and just said, okay, where is it? Like, why hasn't she received her new diploma? And finally, they ended up, I think, just ordering a completely new one. And so she just asked, you know, hey, would you mind, you know, writing a statement to the board? I assume it's the Board of Education. I don't know. About what it means to me getting a new diploma with the correct name on it. And honestly, it's just, I think it's beyond words what I can express of how much this diploma means to me. It kind of almost signifies, or, you know, it helps, because I didn't start transitioning until like 11th grade into 12th grade, before I finally started dressing as me. So it was mainly those last 2 years that I was really Tory. So it's kind of like a certificate of, it's been a long time coming, here you go, here is your official diploma with your right name on it. And like I said, it is honestly the biggest honor that I could honestly receive. So yeah, so that is at least all that I had for this month. I do hope all of you, once again, stay COVID free. Those of you who are battling COVID, I pray that all of you recover quickly and safely, and that you have no long-term effects from the virus. And those of you who haven't received or haven't contracted the virus, I pray that continues for all of you. Again, please make sure you wear your mask, wash your hands, social distance, and get vaccinated when it's your turn. I honestly think these vaccines and doing the wearing of your mask, washing your hands, will honestly help us get back to a state of normalcy. I thank you all once again, and I am officially back. This time I will start posting more videos. I'm gonna start kind of after this, start coming up with what I want to discuss in my next video. So I hope you all have a great night. Stay safe, COVID-free. I love you all. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the little bell if you want to be notified when I post new videos. And comment if you have any questions. I'd love to do a Q&A if any of you guys have any questions or any more questions. So I love you all, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.